Shalom, shalom. This is Rabbi Simon Altaf. On my left-hand side, you can hear the rooster crowing. On my right-hand side, you can see all the farmland. We are in Israel. And we are in a place not too far away from Arad. And we are here with Rabbi Mario and the other Israelite brothers here and sisters. So hopefully what we're going to do, we're going to take you through a small tour. But before we do, we're going to get Rabbi Mario to give us an intro, what he's doing over here. And we'll follow this step by step. So bear with us. Rabbi Simon Altaf, Israel. Go ahead. It's rolling.
Okay, I'm Rabbi Hoshua Mariel, and I'm meeting with a group of elders of the children of Israel, and we're going to be discussing the situation with what we believe 20 years of research on the area what we believe is Tel Avad, what they call Tel Avad, or the Tabernacle of David. In their language, they say Mishkan David. And we believe that Zion is the place that we're supposed to be going to pray, and that's the Pacific area that I am directing everyone to. Some of the people believe that because I'm at this place here that you're at is the southern end of the Mount of Ephraim that stands in the land of Judah. You see, and because I'm up here and I'm on Mount Ephraim, and I was made a watchman at the house of God by the National Park, and all the documentation that you have right now, I'm going to be putting that documentation before you to verify those things. And since then, I've been here calling people to Mount Zion. In fulfillment with the prophecy in Jeremiah, it says, the day is going to come where a watchman upon Mount Ephraim will call the people up to Zion. And I'm saying to you in your ears right now, that prophecy has been fulfilled before your eyes as you stand here today. And I want to inform you now that I'm the only brother in the land to show the miracle of me being here on Mount Ephraim. I'm the only brother out of the thousands of Judah that has survived in the land of Israel. I'm the only brother from the tribe of Ephraim that the Most High has blessed with land. And I'm the only brother pointing the way to the house of Yahweh in the land of Israel. So I'm going to give you a brief introduction of myself and my family, and to give you a basic understanding of exactly how I got here, and the conclusion of where we're going to conclude this by actually giving you the tour at Tel Avad and letting you see for yourselves exactly what keeps me here and what has kept me here. Now what's happening here is that this here is a guy, his name is Martin Robinson Delaney. Now you see the R there, but you don't see the Robinson in there. He was one of my relatives, and my people, we trace our family back to Shevek Ephraim, the house of Israel that was in America, which they call black Indians, or black, or the Omak people, long before the children of Israel came there.
Can I just ask a question at this point, Rabbi? The Indians that are in America, obviously there's many different tribes of Indians there. Are they all descendants of Israel, in your opinion? Or?
No, of course no, they're not.
They're not, okay.
Basically they have what they call the 5 civilized tribes. You follow me?
Yeah.
And those 5 civilized tribes were basically the ones that was considered to be the children of Israel. And I'm going to show you, again, I'm the first person, I don't have it in front of me, it's in the Rod. I'm the first person to translate the ancient Hebrew Torah in ancient Hebrew. But what I do have here is an ancient Hebrew relic. And it has the same lettering that the gentleman on his hat that you're sitting right here on.
Yud-Heh-Vah-Heh.
And I bought that from America.
Okay.
You follow me? So I'm going to be showing you that artifact.
Okay.
And I'm going to show you the various different other things that I showed the rabbis when I came here.
Okay.
So so my family here, you see we have Martin R. Delaney. He was born in 1812 to 1885.
Yeah.
And it has here, when it talks about him, it says Martin R. Delaney, he had a project and he's exploring on the east coast of Africa in search of black Israel.
Okay.
And his research took place in 1837.
I got that.
You see now, and notice that's still doing slavery.
Yes.
You follow me? Because slavery went over to 1865.
Yes.
So my family wasn't, my father's side of the family, they wasn't enslaved. They wasn't slaves. We were free men. The Most High has been with us since the time we have left the land of Israel. And it's because we have kept His commandments And we have followed his path when all of the other children of Israel continue to fall away. So what's happening at this point here, as he started his research, he came across this portrait here of a Ashanti priest, and you can see the Kohanim breastplate on him. And when he saw that, that amazed him. So he went to the west coast of Africa in search of this Kohanim. You see, and what happened is that as a result of that, this chart here from the professor here at the university, they charted supposedly the black route from Israel. Jerusalem down to the west coast.
Okay.
But most people haven't seen this map here, where it says Ephraim here, where it says Levite here, where it tells you where it goes off into the various different cities, where all of the various different children of Israel were. You see, all the way over from west to East Africa. So when people ask about the lost tribes, we let them know. We show them this. We know exactly where we are, and so do they. You see. So, but then it goes even further than that. It traces the tribes from Africa all the way to China.
Right.
You see. So most people don't have this documentation. You see, or this information.
Which part of China would you say they were in, the northern or the southern?
Well,
China's huge.
Read it for yourself, and you can actually see it. You know.
Okay.
Where it actually tells you.
Ningpo, Hongqiao. We've got Canton.
You see, so all that is could you answer that for me? Hold up.
Rabbi Mario, if you don't mind, after this, do you mind if we get pictures of these, this documentation?
All these documentations that you see now up on my Facebook page, and they up on our organizational page.
I saw that.
So everything that I have here is up.
Okay.
Is up.
Okay. That's fine.
And everything that I'm going to show you now is up.
Okay.
I have younger sons, they believe in this digital stuff, so they put everything up, everybody can see them. That's the problem. I have too many sites. I have so many sites. My sons be putting so much stuff up. I have 12 sons and 8 daughters.
I got it.
So when you're looking at this information here, so when you start talking about when the Jews first start coming to Israel, you see, and they proclaim the state of Israel here, and that's one artifact that I don't have with me. I have a coin, and I don't have that with me. I have that in the lot. I have the coin that one of my first ancestors, when they came to Israel in 1930, probably 1927, it shows you exactly when they came. So I'm gonna have to show you that later.
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
But yeah, that's when my first ancestors came to Israel. And what happened is that when they established a Jewish state here, as everyone know of, they started bringing Jews from all over the world.
Yes.
But when black Jews attempted to come to the state of Israel, you see, you know, here the black Jewish community. These are old pamphlets. It says, if you see the article, that black Jews scorned in Israeli homeland.
Absolutely.
You see.
Can we just hold that tilted a little bit towards the camera, please?
You see, so what happened is that this is the stage and time of the game.
Okay.
And this took place in the 1980s.
Okay.
And that's when I got involved.
Got
When this newspaper article came out, they had actually, you see, ex-Chicago and find no welcome in Israel.
Right.
You see.
Right. Yes.
So they had got to the point where they was preventing our people to come in.
Black
but then
people
they,
from Chicago.
yeah,
were
it
Israelites,
wasn't
yes.
just from Chicago. It's all over the
All over,
states.
right.
You follow me?
Yes.
And then it makes a statement here where it says here, and this is where it got to the point where Israelite soldiers hold black Hebrews under siege.
Right.
You follow me? So at this stage in time of the game, and you can see the date here is the 1986. You see. So at this stage in time of the game, they had actually surrounded our community.
Right.
And they were going to deport us out of the land of Israel.
May 2, 1996. Okay.
You see. So at that point, I had talked to the elders, one of the first people. If you have time, I'm going to try to introduce you to him. His name is Prince Keskiyahu. He's in Iraq. He's one of the first one of our people that actually came to the land of Israel. He's a representative of the community in Dimona.
Okay.
You see, and he's the right-hand man of Ben Amin. So if you have an opportunity to, I'm going to try to introduce you to him in a while if we go through that area, if you got time.
Okay.
This is a list that Prince Elkanah gave me.
Okay.
You follow me? When they were arrested, they came to America and they were seeking for the help of the community. And this is the actual list that goes back to that time that he actually gave me, that I saved, with the people's names that was arrested.
Right.
Prince Keskiahu's mother, Prince Keskiahu's mother's name, which is the oldest, is on this list. You follow me? And he came himself and personally, and you can see all this on YouTube. Prince Keskiahu, they came personally to me, and they asked me, you know, to try to see what we can do. So I went. I was the first brother that went from New York to California. And you can also see the videotape that established an organization called the Israelite Organization of Unity, where we started pulling the tribes together. I went to the rabbinical board, and you will see, I have a video up, where it says that the rabbis commissioned me to go throughout the nations to pull the brothers together on the behalf of fighting for our brothers in the land of Israel. You see. So that's history at this time. But you're talking to the only person that was able to do that. Now, so what happened was they set a meeting up with a guy called Avachovich, or Rabbi Avachovich, which they say, which now he's passed away, but they said he was Mashiach. He was in New York City, you see. And they set a meeting up with me in order that I can meet with him to try to discuss, to try to stabilize our people. When I walked into his place, he was very surprised because I was a young man. I was looking like this brother right here. You follow me, huh? And he said to me, he said, well, I was expecting to see an old wolf coming here, you know, old gray-haired guy, and I see a young guy coming here. He said, so what do you have to say to us? I said, well, I said, they sent me here because my grandfather and some other people had a dream about me, and they dreamed that, that this situation would happen and that I would be the person to come and speak to you. You see, so pardon me for being a young man, and I'm not going to say the right things, you know, but bear with me. I was studying, you know what I'm saying? And I said to the rabbis that, that I came here to prove who I am. You feel, to prove my people who I am. I said that my family represents the original rabbinical order. I said, I'm from the house of Joshua. And I informed them and I showed them my lineage, which I'm going to show you. Yes. And I went through the lineage with them. And then it got down to the point where they said, well, we hear what you're saying, but where's your proof? Where's your proof of what you're saying? And so then at that point, I reached for this stone. And I laid it before them. This is the stone, and this is the proof that my family held on to, and that we laid before the rabbis. And you can see Yud, yes, Lamed, Mem, Dalet. Right. You see, so let me make it very clear to you so everybody can see. You got Yud here, the same letter the brother have on his head. You see, it's inverted though, there's a reason for that. Lamed, Mem, and Dalet here. You see, and then Kuf Shin. Right. Now, this here, and I'm assuming that you guys so you have some understanding of it, and they had no understanding of it. A couple of rabbis, when I pointed out, they said, "What is this?" I said, "This is Hebrew." They said, "This is not Hebrew." I said, "Yes, it is." And one they had to look to the old rabbi. Yeah. He said, he didn't say nothing. He's just sitting there listening all the time. He just shook his head. And so this means ask, teach, are to. You see. So when I laid this in front of them, I told them that all of you rabbis that's sitting before me right now, I'm the only one here that represents the original rabbinical order. Right. I said, everything that you have here, the rabbinical order that you have here was reestablished. You see, and there's no clarification, and you even yourself said that the original rabbinical order was lost. I said, right now, you're looking at them. Right. And it was complete shock. It was complete shock. And they said, well, who else know about you? What else? I said, well, King Haile Selassie know about my family. I said he was the one that my great-great-grand-uncle, you know what I'm saying, and most people put gave privilege to Rabbi Matthew, but Rabbi Arnold Ford, which was the one, which was my great-great-grand uncle, you get my point, that came to King Haile Selassie, and that informed him of this information. You see, he gave my family in Ethiopia, he gave them this Bible here. You see,
Right.
you know, and you see, so he gave them this Bible. You know, so 1,015 years old, as a gift to my family. You hear me? And see, so what ends up happening is that so that was he was the one that helped establish the rabbinical order in America. He anointed Rabbi Matthews. You see, but the rabbis, there's only few of the rabbis that actually knew the significance of my family or the significance of me. That wasn't information, you know, that was provided among all the rabbis, because among the black Indians, or among the Indians, anybody that caught a chief or a rabbi of my caliber, you see, they would pay $50 for my hair. You see. So my family had to go underground, and we took the name of Robinson and abandoned the name of Mariel, you understand, in order to be able to survive. And we grew up among the African American community as an African American, and not as an Indian, what they call a Native American. You see, so when I finished, and I need you to keep track with me, Tam, because this can go on for hours. When I finished the story, this article came out after that. Israel accepts groups from Chicago. You see, so a lot of people I'm not saying that I was the key or only, you see what I'm saying, but I'm saying that I was a major part of that. And my presence here in Israel and my continual appeal proves that. So now what's happening now is that after that you can see another thing. It says Jews in Ethiopian ancient rhythm. So at this point, you know, most people don't realize that our people from America were the first Hebrews in the land of Israel. Most people don't know that, you see. And from me showing them all the information where the tribes were at, that was the key that led to the Ethiopian Jews coming in, you see. Right. So you'll see a meeting with me and the head Ethiopian rabbi, Rabbi Hadana. You have a video up on there where I show him this Bible. You follow me? He's fascinated with it. You can't find it. This is scheduled to, I have two sections of this. One section was in the Old Testament. Another section was in the New Testament, you see. So what happened is that the Old Testament section is supposed to be donated to the Ethiopian Museum here in Israel. The New Testament section is going to be taken to the DeSable Museum in Chicago, because one of my relatives was one of the first the king. When he brought the Bible back to Chicago, he was given a hero's welcome. His name was John Robinson, you see, and he was the guy that you guys that are from America that trained the Tuskegee Airmen, you see. So I have a family, you see, that we were always considered to be the princes in Israel. You follow me? And we were always well respected. So now what's happening now, if I can move this back over here, is that, so this was the proof. And as you can see, I have other things in here, but right now we're just going to, you're never going to stick to that, okay? This was the proof that got everybody's attention. And as a result of that, you see the Ethiopians came here, you know, and it says here, Israel with U.S. help exit Ethiopian Jews. The Americans helped Ethiopian Jews come here. A lot of people don't know that, and I think I hit the article. Okay, we go here. Where it says, oh yeah, Israel pays $35 million fee, you see, to airlift Ethiopians. So now, if you're going to pay $35 million to airlift Ethiopians, and I just showed you documentation of our people, you know, where is the airlift to America? And if the U.S. is going to help the Ethiopians come, why can't the U.S. give us our reparations and help us return? You see, so those are issues now that I'm fighting for. This is me here in the Jerusalem Post newspaper. You can see here that these are the rabbis. These are the rabbinical order that I was telling you about. You see, so you can see that I'm well respected here among the rabbinical order. This is the rabbi that most people know about. This is Rabbi Funay. You see, I sit on the board of rabbis with him. You see, I know him perfectly. You can see a video of me and him when we was 27 years old. You see, so that gives you a background that I came up in the community. I'm just not a Johnny-come-lately, you see. And, of course, this is me, front page news in Chicago. This is the whole, I got the page here. This is the top part. And this is me here. I'm the guy that started the reparations movement in America. Where it says here, and that's Dorothy Tillman. And you can see that with Obama. It's, when Obama first made his presentation saying he supported reparations. I got him on that. Now he's supposed to be against it, but then he supported it. I got him videotaped when he supported, flip-flopping, as we call it. Right. So the point is here, you see me over the side, it's time to go home with our reparations. You see, so I'm fighting the United States government and the Israeli government. You see, here go me with another newspaper. You see, that was front page there. This was, I think, the 5th page. You follow me? And it's the Hoshua Maria Israel leader. You follow me? Where it says here, I'm fighting for reparations for the Hebrew Israelites. And there we go. You see, so, you know, this is the, I sat in, I thought I had it here, but I guess it's put out here. I have this is the Limber Association here that I met with. I had a photo in here where you can look it up online, where I met with the chief Limber chiefs. They indicated that they had, because my family had came down when they left Israel, they traveled down to South Africa and to Zimbabwe. They came to Zimbabwe. And I mentioned that to the chiefs, and they said that they had a record of my family passing through there and going off to a far off land and never to be heard from again. You see, so when I came there, I got you can look at you can see the photo online. I thought I had it here, but I don't see it. It's probably somewhere on paper. I probably shouldn't say. So they welcomed me, and they gave me a parade, and they received me as one of the ancient ones that had returned. You see, so I'm saying all that to say that that was when I came back this time in Israel, and at that time is when I actually started. When I came back to America, I was rabbis and everyone loved me because I was able to come and get the job done. Right. So then they asked me a question. They said to me, what do you think about Israel? Because we have reports that Mount Zion, or that they say Mount Zion, that isn't the actual Mount Zion. And in 1970, a newspaper article that came out pointing to Tel Aviv. And part of my family that was here was saying that this is actually Mount Zion. So they asked me, they said, well, you got family that's saying that that's not, that Mount Zion is the Mount Zion. So what do you think? I said, to be honest with you, I don't know. I didn't go there for that. I went there up to Jerusalem, like everybody else did, and said a prayer at the wall, you follow me? And I left. And I went down to the moon. You see. So as far as this other Mount Zion thing, whatever's happened with that, I have no idea about it. So then they said to me, well, they said, well, what do you think about doing an investigation on that subject matter? And I said, well, I said, well, I have no problem going to Israel with all expenses paid. I said, oh, I made sure that they was going to be for the buck. Get my point. So they said, well, okay, so we can do that. They said, you know ancient Hebrew, you follow me, you're familiar with the language, you're welcome, so we have no problem with that. You're very qualified. So from 1987 until 2000 is when I started my research and actually looking for the actual Mount Zion. And what happened is that I ended up running across this newspaper article here. And I'm looking at that one, I'm looking for the top part now of the article. And here we go here. And it says here, this is the top part. And again, all of you guys that read Hebrew, I don't call it Hebrew. I would call it
Hebrew Yiddish.
ancient Hebrew. I call it Hebrew. This
You
here.
call it what? Excuse me.
Right?
You call it what?
I don't call it ancient Hebrew. I call it Hebrew.
Okay.
You see, and I'll show you this in 1 second. This is what I call ancient Hebrew, right here. You see, this is ancient Hebrew here. And I showed this to the rabbis when I came up the second time around. And I'm actually jumping the gun.
Yeah.
But, you know, so this is what is actually what you call, this is what you call ancient Hebrew. And that's Hebrew. But I'm going to put it out again to give you a little bit more information on that. What happened here is that, what happened here is that what ends up happening was that when I saw this article, I freaked out. You see, because if all of you guys that can see this here, it says, you know, if you read it at all, you know, just to jump down to the point here, it says house you. What's on that brother's hat there?
Yeah.
You follow me, huh? Yeah. So that just blew my mind. And then when I actually wanted to, could you read the article for me, Rabbi Simon?
Which one?
Right here. Let's see what they actually said out loud there. So step into the preamble for me, please.
Okay.
You know, and just read the article there for a second.
It says, newest found artifacts indicate biblical temples, and then it goes on to talk about, while scholars have believed that temples were built and kept up with donations, a shard of pottery that has recently come to light provides the oldest physical evidence of this practice. The pottery, which appears to be a receipt for a requested donation of 3 silver shekels for the upkeep of King Solomon's temple.
So they made the statement that they verified that this pottery, they identified this pottery as coming from an event was King Solomon's temple. I didn't say that, did I? You see, they read it in this article. Continue reading.
It was found along with another artifact from the same period that records a request from a widow for property. It's a major find, said P. Kyle MacArthur of Johns Hopkins University.
You see, so when I saw that, I almost fell over, because up until this time, the rabbis hadn't really hadn't got anything for their money. I went to Egypt, I went to Syria, I went to Jordan, I'm getting Spencer Page. I can show you, I stayed at the King David Hotel. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? I can show you her, and they like, okay, you did all of this stuff. You want to say something, sister?
What's the year on the article that was written?
Well, this is 2000, the year 2000, and that's when I responded to it. So what ends up happening is that they said that, and I got some more information for you. So they said they said that, hey, we didn't give you all this money, you know, and you haven't shown us nothing. You haven't produced. So when the article came out, I had a trail. I had a blood trail. You follow me? Yeah. So what ended up happening, so at that time, because it was the timing that God had, as you said, the article came out, but I wasn't able to really find any real, they didn't mention where it was at, and so until the internet came. When the internet came out, you could recognize, this is 2002, and there goes the same artifact, you see. And so then, and they said, here, but inscription.
Yeah.
You see, so now I'm on the trail. You follow me? Because now.
So here's my question regards the house of Yahweh, and I think that's an important find that they date back to. There's a dispute whether it's 9th century BCE or 8th century BC. I think that's irrelevant. 100 years here or there, it's a drop in a hat. But what's important is the name of Yahweh was identified in the short cuneiform. Now, the thing is that there are a lot of brothers out in America right now that they are proclaiming a completely different name, Ahaya, if you know.
Okay, so you asked me a question about the...
So the question about that is that the artifact says something completely different. You know, so the artifact is talking about Yud-Hey, the name, and they are proclaiming something completely different.
Well, those brothers, I think the brothers that started there, the brother named Ricard,
Yes.
And I think what has happened is that the scripture makes a statement. It makes it very clearly. It says if you add or you subtract, you know, it's going to be added and subtracted away from you. So when he came out with taking the youth off, and the first inkling that I got when I understand, because I never met the brother, a lot of people have been coming up here from Egypt and from various different other places. They're familiar with the brother. And I have a letter that I want to share with you that a prophetess sent me, Prophet Chi in Nigeria. And I believe she basically, every time I think about the brother and what's happened with the movement, I think about this prophet prophesizing his coming. You follow me? Or prophesizing the group coming.
Right.
But that's another story. I got to show you that letter when I get to
what I'm trying to...
But let me finish the thought. So what's happening is that, so in reference to your question there, he right now he is added or subtracted from the name, and he has applied his own understanding. You see, so I have too many artifacts that identified with Yud Hey Vav Hey. It's very clear.
So therefore,
I have all this information on my Facebook page. You follow me? So that identifies those 4 letters. The name. Let me make it clear. Let me make it very clear. The name of Yud Hey Vav Hey is a name. The meaning, Hey Vav Hey, is the root of the name. So you don't go around and call Jacob Hill. You don't go around and call Isaac Laugh. Right. See, in the Hebrew, there's a difference between a name and a word. So what he's doing, he's magnifying the word of the name and not the name. It says, my people shall call me by my word. Right. No. I'm sorry for that trick. You get my point? So that's the problem in the philosophy of anybody that take anything or that add anything to.
So what we're establishing here is that the artifacts that are coming out, have coming out, and more probably will come out, is that the name is not, what people in America are teaching some people and misleading them. So I'm just looking at objectively now, evidence versus, what statements people make. Evidence says that his name was Yud Hey Vav Hey Yahweh. That's how you pronounce it. Maybe other people pronounce it differently. Some may say Yehovah.
But see, now this is the thing now. That's why I said I want to show you a coin. I have a coin in.
Yes, I'd like to see that.
That's going to be very instrumental in identifying the sounds of the name of God. You see, because the problem is we have the letters, but how to pronounce them. You see. And so I'm going to share some light on the actual pronunciation of the name and when the deceit start. And I'm going to prove that the Edomites know the pronunciation. Right. But then when we started reading and becoming active, then that's when they start playing with the sound. So I'm actually going to show you something that's going to prove that. Okay. You see, but right now, like you said, so what ends up happening as I looked on, and that's again, this is again in 2000, because we have internet now. You see what I'm saying, huh? And it just started. You can see it started modifying. You can see and this is the first artifact, and now we have the second artifact. And the first time I wasn't able to see.
Can you just hold that up, please? So
I wasn't able to see where the artifact had originated from. But now, where did we say that, brother? The artifact, where did you from?
No word divider?
Right there.
Oh, from Iraq. From Iraq.
Yeah. You see, so at this point, there is identified, or something identified where the artifact came from. Right. And then the second artifact appeared, which is even more significant. Because at first, the first artifact, it made mention of a second artifact, you remember. But this second artifact here also said at Arad. But then it made a specific statement about the completion of the artifact. And it says, Eliphaz, and read that for me, brother.
Eliphaz, son of Yeshiva.
You see, so when I saw that, I said, wow. You see. So then when I actually came across the whole artifact, the second artifact. And all of you that read a little Hebrew, you follow me, and in actual Hebrew, you can see where it says here, you know, Bet Yahovah in the Aramaic.
Yeah.
But even more important, you see in the real Hebrew.
Let me just get that in the Hebrew.
Yeah.
Both
You see.
Aramaic
You know,
and
so
Hebrew.
they know.
Yeah.
And they have it in Hebrew here. You probably, well, they know, but you don't see no English translation here. Get my point?
Can you just hold that for a
Okay,
second?
okay.
So I got that focusing. Okay.
Yeah.
You see, so.
And the top one, the Aramaic, is a little. That's a little.
Blurry there.
Yeah. It's a little hard to bring in. Bait. Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
You see, so on this artifact here, now the key to this specific artifact here in naming this specific individual is that here in the translation of the first artifact has a name on it, and it refers to a certain entity. But the second artifact has the same name of the father of the first artifact.
Right.
So this is the father, and this here is the son
Right.
being mentioned with his father's name.
Right.
Now the scholars, nobody said this. They didn't, somehow they didn't want nobody to make the connection. They say, well, this is one artifact, that's another artifact. You see? So I've been able to make connect and prove and show them the actual Hebrew spelling that this is the same. You see, so these are two witnesses. Now, if I don't have to go any further, but that was enough for me.
Right. Okay.
That pointed to Tel Aviv
Yes.
as the house of Jehovah.
Right.
Or Yahweh, however you
His name is that for sure.
Exactly. You see. So that was that. So but see, understand this now. I'm still in America at this point.
Yes.
This is just homework that I'm doing in America.
Right.
You see. So then I had to go out and I had to do some real serious research on the rod itself. And as I started doing my research on the rod itself, I came across information like this. Let me get one of you other brothers into that. You read. Let me get this brother. Let him read here. And read this. See what it says about the rod.
The outstanding discovery at Arad was the temple which stood on the northwest corner of the Israelite citadel. It is the first.
The what?
The first.
The what?
The first Israelite sanctuary to be uncovered in excavations.
Okay, so now we have.
First.
First.
You see, so
No other's been covered.
So now we have some type of reference, you follow me, of somebody that's actually said it. And so I'm reading this stuff, you follow me? And as I'm reading it, you know, in search of the truth, when I read that just blew me away.
You gotta go to Israel.
I have to go to Israel.
Yes.
But then not before I came across this statement here. And we read what it says here, starting at the Israelite, okay, yeah,
The 10th century.
the 10th century, and you brought the date of 10th century.
Yeah.
Now that puts it at the time of David and Solomon.
Yes. That's right.
Unbelievable. So, you know, I'm pulling out my hair at this point. You know, I got a lot of hair to pull out. You see, so can read that.
Unlike me.
The 10th century BC temple was Arad. Is the only.
Whoa.
The only.
Rewind. Read that again. Because now you got the point. Read that again if you can feel it.
The 10th century BC temple from Arad is the only Israelite temple to the Hebrew God Yahweh ever recorded.
Praise Yahweh.
Ever recorded.
So therefore, that means
And that's about the thing. And excavation.
Excavation. Right.
That means that out of all the digging that they did all over Israel,
yes.
the only place that they found, I didn't say this.
Right.
What's the date on that, Rabbi?
You know what I'm saying? This came out of a book. You know what I'm saying? This came out of a book. This was no date. This was no newspaper. This is a book. This is out of a book. You follow it? So all I'm doing, you see, this was an article.
Copy, yeah.
You know, so this was a book. You see what I'm saying? Oh, see, I'm going through because at that time,
do you know what book
we
that
didn't have. Yeah, I got the reference to it. It's all online. That's what I'm saying. At that time, I didn't have, you know, the internet was just coming out, and they didn't have all these books stuff. So I still had to go to the library.
Yeah. Right.
And now nobody goes to the library anymore.
Yeah. Right.
So when I went to Iran, I had to. So understand, this took painstaking. You follow me? To go through books to find information. This took. Well, you guys, old guys, you guys know. You young guys, y'all. This took research to sit up in the library to dig all of this stuff out. You see. So when I came across this first, and then I came across this, and then let me have another read. Okay, brother, let's get another read up here. Let's get you up here, brother. Now I want to get everybody in the video. Because you guys came all this way, so you should be able to be seen. You follow me, huh? Yeah. You see now this here is another thing that really just took me, that set me back. Can you read? What is that?
The Arad temple has only one cult room, and it is distinctively broad room in contrast to the strong emphasized long room of the holy place in the Solomonic temple. In front of the entryway, there were two stone slabs, perhaps the bases for the pillar, like Joachim and Boaz in Jerusalem. In the center of the holy place, opposite the entryway, there is a small room with a raised floor reached in 3 steps. At the entry to this room, there were
Yeah, so the point I'm saying is right here. Read that point.
Yeah, okay. At Arad was found the first.
The first what?
The first.
Kings.
The first cave, sanctuary of that type, the like of which was surely to be found at the other royal border centers.
So they found here at Arad the first king's sanctuary,
Right.
the tabernacle of David.
Yes.
That's the only one.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You hear what I'm saying? 10th century.
Yes.
In 10th
10th century BC.
You get the point that I'm saying? He was the king at that time.
Yes.
You see?
We have proof.
So I mean, so all of this information, you see, it begins to start what? Piling up. You know. So I'm just again, I'm still in America, in the library. You follow me? Putting this stuff out. And as I'm putting this stuff out, I'm saying to the rabbis, man, I got something for you guys. I got something I'm going to show you. You funny, huh? You guys got your money worth. Y'all thought I was just sitting on it, wasn't you? Huh? Here we go.
Free trips.
Yeah. Well, you know, now let me be honest, brother. Let me be honest. And I'm going to be very honest with you. When they started this Jerusalem thing and investigation, I went to look. But I really wasn't planning on finding nothing. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, I'm saying, okay, you know, the brothers want to investigate this. I'm going to do the research. I'm going to do the thing. But, you know, I mean, you get a free trip once a year. Syria, Jordan, Egypt, Lebanon. I'm just telling it out loud. I'm confessing.
So you're taking it as a holiday?
I really didn't take it serious.
Yehova had a purpose and a reason. Yehova had a purpose and reason. Yahweh had a purpose and reason.
Yeah, well, it turned out, that statement is deeper than you think. It turned out to be exactly what you just said. You know, a lot of people call me Jonah, and I'm still running today. You follow me? So that's another story. Anyway, so it says, so as the brother was pointing out here, is that so this is a tabernacle, and this is a temple. You see, so when you so this is the setup of a tabernacle, and this is the setup of the temple. So when you go to Arad, you're going to see this setup here. Okay. You follow me? Okay. So I got more information here that talks on that, and so let me get the. Did I get you yet, brother? Let's get you here. And see, now read that right there.
There can be no doubt that the shrine in the northwest corner of Arad.
There can be no what?
No doubt.
They ain't even doubting this. So why are we? Continue. There can be no doubt. Continue.
That the shrine in the northwest corner of Arad fortress had all the architectural elements of the Jerusalem temple.
What?
Okay, so that's fine. So can I just stop there? Read that bit about the fortress again, please.
There can be no doubt that the shrine in the northwest corner of the Arad fortress.
Okay, so stop there. So what's happened here by the testimony that I've received earlier is that the place that is actually the sanctuary is called the fortress. Within the fortress or under the fortress is the place of the sanctuary as well, the temple as we know it. So that actually I believe is known here by certain people with certain authority, but it's withheld.
There's still excavation going on now.
But it is
To this day.
it is withheld. It is withheld because so that the children of Israel don't find out we're in exile. Carry on, please.
You see. So the point here is that it's making it very clear that they have what?
No doubt.
No doubt.
No doubt.
Continue to read. What they don't doubt in.
The Arad fortress had all the architectural elements of the Jerusalem temple and the Pentateuchal tabernacle, courtyard, vestibule, holy place, holy of holies,
Everything.
altar for burnt offerings, incense altars, and even the orientation towards the sunrise.
No, east.
So this here is this is what you see. You see, where we're going to be headed is not to the Temple of Solomon.
Temple of Solomon, right? We understand.
Which is on
that.
Mount Moriah.
Right.
Yeah, we understand.
We're going to the Tabernacle of David,
Right.
which is on Mount Zion. It's the only king sanctuary, the only tabernacle, the only place found in Israel where the Most High's name has been found there.
So going by that.
Now. So did I have to show you anything? Did I have to tell you anything? All the information that I just showed you came out of their mouths.
Their mouths. Yeah. So Rabbi Mario.
From the library.
Right. So Rabbi Mario. So question now comes to the so-called the alleged second city of King of David. King of David, or the city of King David in Jerusalem, modern Jerusalem. So according to your understanding and the artifacts presented by the Gentiles themselves, not by the Israelites but the Gentiles, the actual place is in the south in Arad, including the city of David, Mount Zion, Mount Moriah, etc., etc. Whilst most of the Christian world has been deceived into believing that all those places exist up in modern Jerusalem. Thank you. And if you want to make any statement regards that, I'd like to hear something from you.
Okay, well, the fact is that the whole Christian world has been deceived.
It's a big shame.
And I want to show you the first time that I got wind that some deception was being taken place here, and because as I was doing my research, I came across another article that gave a description of Arad, and it was trying to give me some type of indication. This is one section I want to show. Some type of indication of how the city's supposed to actually been looking. So when I came across that I said to myself, wow, this is unbelievable. This was one book here, and as you can see, now after I did all this research, I had to jump on the plane then.
Absolutely.
You follow me? But I sent a guy ahead of me. His name was Eri Abdiel. And I sent the guy ahead of me because I was coming here, and I said, but I had to also take care of some other work. So he was in Syria. He came to Jordan, and then he came to Israel. When he came to Israel, they questioned him. And they said, what are you doing in Israel? He said, well, I'm coming here to check on the Kodesh HaKodeshim, Mishkan David at Tel Aviv. They said, well, okay, well, who are you working with? I'm working with Rabbi Hoshua Mariel. You see, and he is the guy that's doing all the investigations. So they let him in. When I came here, he immediately called me. He said they stopped me and they questioned me for 4 or 5 hours, you know, on everything that we were doing. And he said they eventually let me in. So, but when I came here, and I came through, I had bags, I had my shotgun, I had my bowl. I was on my way from Israel because I wasn't planning on staying here. Understand me now. That's why when you say God got me, God got me. I was on my way from here. And after I took care of my business here, investigation about here, I was on my way to South Africa to talk with the limo about ancient Hebrew. They asked me to come down there and discuss ancient Hebrew with them. So I was going to go over ancient Hebrew with them, and I had my shotgun and for safari. I was going to be going on safari in Africa, get my pork. So you know, so that when the people saw me, I'm coming with my shotgun and my bow. They had let me in. They had just let me walk right in without checking my bag, without checking my luggage. The door was wide open. That's how serious this thing was. But the flag went up. Somebody said, "Wait a minute, hold up! That nigga got a shotgun." They said, "Stop him." So I'm bringing this point up to let you know that they had the doors were so open. They said, "Just let him in. Don't stop him. Don't question him. No nothing." To the point where they was going to let me with a shotgun. But somebody said, "Oh, stop, wait a minute. You ain't supposed to be coming here with that doing." You give a point. Then they stopped me, they detained my shotgun, you follow me? And they said, "Okay, we're going to keep that bowl too." You see I got some bowls there.
Yeah, I saw.
But you know, they detained my shotgun and my bowl. And it was like, "Okay, well, okay, you can go in now, Rabbi." You hear me? You see, so the whole concept of all this, and since you got pointed to my bowl, it says Ephraim shall teach Judah the use of the bow.
Yes.
You see, so that's why all you brothers in Judah, we got the thing set up in the yard where we calling all the brothers in Judah to come up here and use the bow. You see, so that's what all that's about. But anyway, this is when I got my first hint of deceit. This is when I got my first hint of deceit. And this was, again, you can see another page in the book. And they have the Arad sanctuary here, and they showed all of the walls, but they were missing something, and I didn't know what they were missing. I read the article, and then I saw another article, the same thing, right? You see the same picture, the lower city here, of the walls. So I didn't get the gist of what was happening here until I actually stepped into place. Now come close with your cameras again. You see. Now this is when I saw the deceit, and I tell people I can prove it, that they was trying to hide it. Yes. Now, you see this here? This is this.
Yeah. Only one part.
This is the lower city. Mm-hmm. Now you see the wall, traveling, wall, curving, wall, here. Mm-hmm. You get here?
Nothing. Disappeared.
The tabernacle, Zion, the forts of Zion, did what? It disappeared. Thank you for sitting up there. Now I get your attention, right? The force of Zion what? Disappeared.
Yeah, read off the map.
And now, this is one lie. Another lie from another book.
Yeah.
You hear me? They completely took it out.
Right.
You see, why? Why would they take out? Now, so I didn't know that until I actually what? Until I actually came. So I'm still trying to figure out, King Sanctuary, this, what? I'm trying to understand what exactly took place here. You hear me? So because I was trying to get an idea of what I should be looking for. Because if you're looking for the tabernacle of David, you got to have some idea in your mind how it's supposed to look. You see, because one thing here said tabernacle, and then we said the King of Solomon, right? So then we have here, or this Zion here, to someone, could you read this? Suggested what?
Suggested plan of the temple as described by Ezekiel.
You see, so this is how they say it's supposed to look. You follow me? So what happened, so when I came here, and I saw the square, the Holy of Holies inside. Yeah. You hear me? So these are the things that I saw from America, this is what I'm looking for. So when I actually got here, I said, unbelievable. Wow. Unbelievable. You see. So we're going to talk about, when we go to Jerusalem, we're going to talk about the deceit of why they made that. I got other information on that.
Okay.
But the point is, right now, what we're just trying to do, we're trying to focus on what the truth is. You see, and we're trying to reveal the deceit and the manipulation to try to keep us, the people of Yahweh, from finding the only house of Yahweh in the land of Israel. Now, look around, guys. Here in Israel, you see people that worship Allah. You see people that worship Hashem, Jesus, Jehovah, or whatever you want to call it. But there's nobody here that have a high place to Yahweh. And the house of Yahweh, the only house that the people of Yahweh is supposed to be going to, nobody's going to. You see, so timekeeper, I need to know what time it is now. You know, and so what's happening at this stage in time in the game?
Okay.
Are you still taping, Joel?
I'm not taping again yet.
Okay. But this is the place that they call Jerusalem. You hear me? This is Zion. Now, you guys been there.
Yes.
You guys have been to Mount Zion.
Yeah. No, I never been there.
No, he hasn't been to the number 2 Zion.
I thought you guys, okay.
Never been.
No, I've been there. He hasn't.
Yeah,
He's just,
I've never been.
Oh, you flew.
So I know the truth.
This is his first time.
I've never been to the Hollywood gig over
He hasn't
there.
gone
Okay,
to the
but when you in
Hollywood.
Jerusalem?
First time.
Yeah, me too. Our first time.
No, I thought you guys.
I've been
He's been
there.
here.
No, stop. I thought you guys' hotel was there.
It is.
It is.
I've never seen it.
Okay.
I drove
This year,
around
this is the
there.
first time you seen it.
No, I've never seen it yet. As
Okay.
we speak right now.
No, we passed there driving.
We
drove-
did.
Yeah, all I did
I
is-
thought you guys were staying in Jerusalem.
Yes.
Stay in
Yes.
different places.
Yeah.
I stay in the Kings. You stay at the.
Okay, but you didn't go to the old city.
But we
Yeah,
don't,
I
you
go
see, the
to
thing is
overseas.
this, that he's his first time at Big Keeper. He has never been to the fake sites.
Never been. I never seen
I've
it.
never taken him there yet. So
Okay.
We'll do that as a second.
Yeah, we're
leg.
gonna do that together. We're gonna do that now. I'm hoping we can go toward that now.
Right.
Because see, that's.
But the physical place I want him to see after he has the information, it'd be better for him to then look.
I understand that. I understand that. See, because the reason why I tell people you have to go there
Yes.
is because you have to judge righteously. You follow me? See, if you have people going there that don't come here,
Right.
if you got people come here that don't go there, it's not a true judgment.
Right.
You got to see both sides. You got to weigh both of them out, and you got to make a conclusion based upon Scripture. Because what we're doing here is very dangerous.
Yes.
We're pointing to the actual place of prayer, to the actual place of worship. When I am praising Telarah in that direction, in prayer, my back is turned to Bethel or Jerusalem there.
Yes.
Yes.
You follow me? And when they're facing
They're back.
Bethel,
Facing the back towards the Holy Ghost.
you see. So you got to understand that this is so you got to stand, you got to approve, and the only way I make that decision is from the proof
But I think,
that I have before.
but Rabbi, I think the people don't understand the significance of turning your back or turning towards or turning against, because a lot of our people who are in exile don't understand that point. So maybe if you explain it a little bit more, what turning the back means and what turning towards the place, where does that come from? Now I have the people looking.
Okay, well the fact is, I'm saying that to say, when you're out of America, or when you're out of Israel,
Yes.
you turn toward the east.
Right.
If in Europe, you turn toward the southeast.
South, that's right.
You
South.
follow me. You're in India, you turn toward the west.
West, right.
You see, so wherever you're in Africa, you turn, or Egypt, you turn toward the north.
Right.
So basically, depending upon where you position it, you're turning toward the land of Israel because you know.
Facing the house.
But once you get in the land of Israel,
Yeah.
then you got to be more specific
Yes.
because you're here.
Right.
You see,
Yeah,
you're here on the ground.
You don't
Right.
want to be in adultery.
You see, so that's where you have to be able to identify where the place of the Most High's name being there.
You have
It ain't no games to be played now. You see, so when you come here, all that reading and studying and everything that you done did, And most people, when they come here, they go right there, just like I did. I prayed at the wall. You understand what I'm saying? I did everything that everybody else did. But somebody said that they said, I heard the report, you follow me, that this ain't the place. And then the brother said, go on and check it out. You hear me? And because I had the knowledge of the ancient Hebrew, you follow me? I could read, well, like I said, when I showed you the article, I saw there the house of Yahweh. What? I mean, I'm looking at it. And this is in a Jewish newspaper in Chicago. How many thousands of people saw this? How many Hebrews saw it?
Yes.
You hear me? But because I was appointed to look for it, to find it, to trace it, and all I had been doing at that time is sitting in hotels with me and my family, God put that out there, and that, as you just pointed, it led me right here.
So in other words, the significance is that when people are in the land, they must face the Kadosh HaKadoshim, the Holy of Holies, in order to point the right way. So if you're pointing the Hollywood prop, Jerusalem number 2, you're facing the wrong direction. You're actually contrary to the Torah. I think that's the point that we need other people outside to understand, especially Christians as well, who, you know, in their, I guess, mind, they think they're pointing to the right direction, and admittedly, you know, they're not, you know, people who are deliberately doing it, but they're doing it out because they're deceived by the Gentiles. So I think the viewers of this video need to understand that the Christians need to realize that the Messiah they serve wasn't crucified in the places they are told about today.
And so I'm happy you made that statement, because what we're going to do, let me show you this here. Right now, let me show you where you were at, and in reference to where the Messiah was crucified. This is a map here that Josephus put together, and I found this to be, when I came on the ground here, I found this to be very, because again, I had no idea of what was what. This is the guy we was waiting for. You follow me? Okay. See, my voice is getting very hoarse, and I'm getting to be an old man. So I'm going to try to use the brother to climb up the walls and to show you, you know, because he's heard this before. So I'm going to try to have his help to fill in the blanks. You follow?
Okay.
So I'm happy he's back now. So what I want to show you here, because you passed over this, but you didn't know it. This is where we're at right now. You see this ridge extending down? We're going to take you, you're right here on this ridge right here, as this ridge extends up. That's Mount Ephraim extending down. This is a map that Josephus put together on Jerusalem. Now this is here is the city of David, as you see. And as you see here, let's give you a little bit better idea here. This is the city of David. This is the fort, you follow me? And these are the walls, the first walls. You see, we got Zion, first walls, second walls, the lower city, and then the third walls.
Okay.
You see. And what happened here now is that as you pass this route, you see what it has that there? That's the cross. You see, where they say Yeshua was crucified. So this, as you pass, so this is Mount Olive. This is Mount Olive.
Right.
This is Mount Olive.
That's Mount Olive.
This here is the city of David.
Okay, you want to point to the Mount Olives again, please?
You got the third walls. You got the third walls here. This is when you drove past here, you drove past the temple here.
Right, okay.
You drove up this valley.
Yeah.
You see this valley here?
Yeah.
You drove up this valley.
Okay.
You drove over into this valley.
Right.
You drove over this hill.
Right.
And you drove up to this ridge.
Okay.
You see?
So we're diagonally opposite to the ridge.
So you drove past the temple. You follow me?
Yeah.
You drove past Zion. You drove over the hill where Yeshua was crucified, and you drove up to Mount Ephraim.
Okay.
Unbelievable. So now, when we go back down over this, we're going to show you that.
Okay.
But before we get there, we're going to show you the graves of the kings, and we're going to come back in this direction.
Mm-hmm.
You see, because once you see Zion, you got to see the graves of the kings.
Right.
Because you ain't going to see it up there. See, you got to compare. And to compare, you got to put time in.
Right.
You see, we're gonna keep this in our mindset. You follow me? As we draw, as we're trying to look at the understanding. Now, the brothers that you just left here, I have some photographs because what Daniel Haven and the sister Haven did, those brothers did. See, everybody that come up, there's so much to do. There's so much to see. Those two guys walked from Mount Olive to Tabernacle of David. Because do you remember, David fled from Mount Olive,
Right.
and he crossed through the brook of Kidron.
Right.
Kidron, yes.
Yes, it
You see. And then it says, and he went up to the descent of the mountain from Olive. Also, it talks about Nehemiah going down to view the third walls. So they didn't see the third walls yet. These guys just saw. You get my point? The guys that left here. So they walked from here. They walked from here to up here. They walked from Mount Olive to here. You know what I'm saying? So now, so I'm gonna have to show you pictures. 'Cause I'm assuming you guys ain't doing no walking. You get my point? David did that walk. You get my point? And that was a walk. It was a very rough, tough walk. You follow what I'm saying? You know, and when the ark got to the valley here in Kidron, or to the river, he turned, Zadok around and told him to go back. You remember the scripture. So I'm going to show you those pictures we just took and those brothers walking up here, and you can hear their witness and testimony of that. But the point that I'm trying to get to you now is that when we take this same diagram,
Right.
in comparison to here, it's going to fit.
Yeah.
When we take it up to Jerusalem, it's not going to fit. You follow me? So this is the area that we're trying to get you in to try to see.
Right.
In comparison.
How far is the walk from here to the actual site? The sites that we need to walk into.
Okay, now, we can walk from Arad
Right.
down to the Brook of Kidron.
Right.
Which I think is very significant. You have to do it. If you don't complete the rest of the walk from there to Tel Aviv.
But can we set a time tomorrow morning to do that?
We're coming tomorrow too.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
See, what I'm saying to you guys is that there has been nobody, and listen to me very clearly, there has been nobody as of yet that has did everything that we supposed to be doing. Like I was saying, they haven't walked, and they didn't see what those brothers saw. Right. They didn't walk from Arad, so they didn't see the Brook of Kidron in between there. Right. I got some photographs on that. You follow me? He took some pictures. I'm going to be showing you all that. But see, now that's a major part, and that's major scripture. You understand what I'm saying? But they have went to see the Valley of Achor, or what they call the Valley of the Jerusalem. Get my point? So it takes time.
Yeah.
But the other guys that you saw just pass here.
But I'd like to get a footage of the actual Mount of Olives, Kidron Valley, and also the crucifixion site.
Yeah. Okay, well, you're going to pass back. Yeah. You're going to be passing back. The road going to be over. The first thing we're going to do before I take you anywhere is to the house again.
Yes,
then we're going to come back in this direction and show you the crucifixion site and show you the graves of the kings and the area that he was buried in.
Okay, good.
It's all going to make sense.
All right.
So we're waiting for this brother here. So we can pack up there and go. Because I didn't want him to think, that he wasn't going to be a part of it. Because he made a statement to me that, hold on, I want to make sure I'm there, brother. So, I have something there, but it's cruel. But you can go and try to do what you can do.
Would you like me to share?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Here, this is a farm, and it's crude living. So no problem. I've been in the worst spots, and this is one of the better.
We've seen worse toilets than that. Believe me, in Kenya.
In Kenya, yeah.
In Kenya. Believe me.
Okay, so right now just have question time. So whatever questions you got, off the record or whatever. Personally, whatever you want to ask me, you can ask me now. While I'm backing up.
You're on candid camera.
There's so many questions to ask. I know. Where do you start?
Go ahead. Make my day.
At this point, I'm absorbing. Information.
Yes, this is what it's so overwhelming. So much information, you're overloaded.
I'm going to wind it up.
And before your computer locks up, you just have to slowly digest it. Let the time go by.
Okay, yeah, so what I'm saying, so whatever questions you have, ask the brother there, And whatever he can't answer, then I will answer. You know, whatever he can. So ask him, because you hear my voice, right? It's gone, so I got to preserve it.
Nurse your throat.
So whatever questions you have, ask him, because he's seen the Zion. He been through this. So that way I don't have to repeat it. So there we go with that. And whatever he can't answer, I answer.
Yeah, I see a lot of the pictures that he put up.
Which ones?
The ones with of course the maps.
Ancient maps.
The ancient maps. I saw a couple of them. I've been organizing stuff also in my computer, so everything I find that's like this, I've been saving, cutting and pasting.
Yes.
And keeping. I've read them, but then of course it's so much information, and you find that there's a lot of things that in main site is very incorrect.
That's right.
I'm just around at this point.
It's different. When your hands have touched your eyes and behold, it's a whole new thing now. It changes everything. There's continuity between those words, your soul, your own spirit, and that facility. The three, are one now, and you see, you read, and your spirit feels, and it's like it's all. Oh, excuse me. And you go, if you go to that place they call Jerusalem, there, it's contrast to everything your spirit tells you.
You realize that there are a total bunch of lies.
That's right. It's lies built on top of lies for lies of centuries.
Commercially.
If there was any form of truth there, it's long buried, smashed, covered.
Yeah. But what's the structure that's currently existing over there? Specifically, the ones they called the wall. Was it during the Herod's time that they did that?
That's the way I understand it from
yes.
modern history. Yes, that is true. They call that the barracks. That's a former foundation wall for the barracks of the 10th Legion of the Roman army that was there during 70 AD.
70 AD. So that was a garrison.
That was a garrison. Okay. And that reign ended in Masada, the final battleground.
Okay, that was right. At 70, 80.
That was the retreat to that final position. Okay. And it was there that they came to an end.
Okay. So that particular wall was just restructured for the purpose of, to make that, like Catherine built up the temple there. I mean, she built it.
Yes, and Chief Hoshua has another class, and it deals primarily with that movement from this area to Masada in the final battle. And what he reveals is what in the name of what we call Jericho, what are the true etymology of that word? And what we find is it's a moon. The moon. And it's interesting because we just went up there. What do they have on the front gate now? The poster's as big as that car.
Okay, who am I riding with here? Who am I riding with?
Well, we ride with us, Chief, or with anybody else.
Okay, now, you guys, I want to ride with the rabbi.
Okay.
Because I want to give him
Okay.
He's the one that reached out to me. So, how many people was riding in the car with him?
We were riding. Rabbi, you.
How many people was riding with the rabbi? Right now, look at this map here. That we have in reference to Josephus. We are on this ridge going down. This ridge extends further down, and this is and we're right here. And what you're doing now is that you're looking at Zion. You're looking at the mount that Yeshua was crucified, which is right there. Now the road is going to pass right over. The road is going to pass right over. Right, that one there, that the road is going to be passing. Oh, the second. You follow me? So we're going to be showing you that because here they show 1, 2. They show one in back, one in front, and they show the other one in back. So the one in front, that's when the one in back. And then we have the graves of the kings right here. You see, so we have Yeshua being crucified on that mountain and buried there.
So that's the Mount of Olives then?
You see, no. He wasn't crucified on the Mount of Olives. That's the Mount of Olives there. Right. You see, this is the Mount of Olives. You see, this is Zion, and they're showing this mount here. That's before Jerusalem. Now the scripture makes a statement that there's a mountain before Zion. You see what I'm saying? That Solomon had built a hill before Zion, that Solomon had built his wife a high place. So that's that hill. In all this valley, that's the only hill that's before Zion. So now when you go up to Jerusalem, you're going to be looking for a hill before Zion. But when you get there, you're going to see that, according to Scripture, Jerusalem is surrounded by mountains. And Zion, right, is on the side of the north of this valley that Jerusalem is in. So right now, we're on the northern side. When we go down to the southern side, then you will see the end of this great valley that we're in. So what's happening now, this here is Zion. We're going to come down on Bethlehem. Right. Bethlehem is right there at the end of this road. Okay. You follow me?
So the point being that the Jerusalem of the Amorites,
right,
and the other Jerusalem,
which is in that direction.
Yeah.
We're going to get that. You see, we're going to get that sign. That Jerusalem is in that direction. That is on the straight path down that road.
Right. Which is Jerusalem on the mountain.
Okay.
Not surrounded by mountain.
Right. It's on top of the mountain.
Right. Okay.
You see. So right now we're in this area where it's surrounded by mountain, and we're on Mount Ephraim, which is on the north ridge or the north part of that mountain. Okay. Because each gate had a Benjamin gate, had a Ephraim gate. So the gate was the direction in which the land was, because Jerusalem was in a Pacific area in between those four tribes. Okay. Okay. You see, so we had to stop here to first make the point where you can see that it's surrounded by mountains, and that Mount Olive is on the side of the east.
Right, so now looking at the Jerusalem that was down there, the original Jerusalem, what about the tribe of Benjamin? Because it's written, the part of, or at least is believed and accepted, that part of Jerusalem, a part of the temple was in Benjamin's side, part of it was in Yehuda's side.
Okay, but this is what's happening. See, what's happening is this is the border. When you look at the borders of Judah, we're going to follow them actually. You're going to go all the way down to the sea. You came up the sea. Yes. So when you came up that road from the sea, you was coming up between the borders of Benjamin and Judah. Right. You follow me? And you drove by the temple in there, which was in the area of Benjamin. Right. But on the other side, it was in Judah. Right. You remember I made a statement. See this valley here, and the temple's here. Yeah. This here, all this here is Benjamin. Right. But you was going up that valley and you drove your car up there, and the temple here is in Judah. Yeah. You see, and it's on Mount Moriah. Right. And so now, and then that valley stands up and goes, and this is in Judah, this is Benjamin. So this valley that you're looking for now, all that there is Benjamin.
Can we see the Mount Moriah?
Yeah, of course you can. You can see it right there. That's Mount Moriah, right? That's why I'm stopping here. You follow me? You can see everything from here. That's my point. You just got to know what you're looking for.
So this is a place scripturally where Abraham brought his son Yitzhak as well, Isaac.
Okay, but see now, Isaac was taken to Mount Moriah right there. Yeah. That's a 3-day journey from Beersheba. That's a 3-day journey. Right. So now I've challenged people.
Right here.
You know what I'm saying, huh?
And we just talked about it. Now that I have the extended time, now my journey begins. And we're going to test to see if the scriptures are true. Now, that's from Beersheba over the years. Now, try that over in what they're calling. You couldn't do it. Now, the other thing that we need to know,
because that Beersheba was miles away.
That Jerusalem is miles away.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So now, even when you travel here to Rod, it's practically a day's journey.
No. And one other truth that we talked about, when we read that many of the graves were opened up and they went into the towns. You can't find a closed grave in that place. But you go to that place that they call Jerusalem, there isn't one open. So they don't testify to the truth of the scriptures. So here's a reflection of the scriptures. There is an anti-Mashiach reflection. It's an anti-Torah reflection. It's not a truth.
Okay. Now, brother, you're going to get to your testimony on that day. We're going to give you your time in the light. Okay? When I point to you, that's when we're going to talk. Okay?
I hear you, Chief.
Okay. So what's happening right now is that we're trying to get the brothers first focus on this. You hear me? And what's going to happen here is that when you're dealing with Zion, you're looking in this direction here. You're looking at Mount Olive right there. Yeah. And you see, and as you see that landmass going down, right. You see, you're looking at this hill. Right. And then you see Zion, which is over in that direction, which is the hill going up. But this hill is in front. That green patch of grass you see there, that green, that's right here in this area here. You see, and that's the area that when Jesus was walking from Mount Olive, You follow me? He got, you know what I'm saying? Corn, because it said Jerusalem shall be what? Plowed like a field. So that means that even in his time, Jerusalem was being plowed like a field because he was able to pick corn as he walked from one place to another. You feel it? So this is where right now, this is a perfect way. And I found that this here was right on target because I saw this fort when I went before the temple. I saw this wall going up, and I saw the temple all of this hill. Not one stone was left upon another. Wow. But I did see there right, he laid the foundation. You get my point, but he didn't finish it. So I saw that foundation still laid. Get the point. You follow me? And it was an amazing thing when I saw it. My wife had said something to me. She said, when you find, she do something. She said she had a dream. She said, when you found a temple, this is going to be there. And when I found that design, it was right there. So there's a lot of spiritual confirmation going along with a lot of things that are happening here. I had a person from Zimbabwe and a person from South Africa that came up and said, I saw you in a dream, and you were going to be showing us Zion. And I went to show them Zion. So there's so many spiritual confirmations. We're going to go off into all of those stories, but we just want to let you know that there's not just a physical confirmation. There's also spiritual confirmation that's letting us know what's happening. Okay, let's go.
I'll go ahead.
What's that, brother here? We got to get in the videotape. Come on here and read this, brother.
Oh, good.
Yeah, what does it say here?
The Seleucids erect a fortress in the city of David. Accra, 17th century engraving.
You see, so this is supposed to came from Josephus. You follow me? Description. And it gives you all the information in the Book of Mormon and Josephus, how he's supposed to know his description of the tabernacle. Now what's happening here, we just came to, now look at this, guys. This is just amazing. We came down this hill, just like this map says, and the first thing we saw after we came down here, which is Gilgal, you see? Right, we came from Bethlehem, which is this Bethlehem here. We crossed over there to Gilgal, and then what do we see? As soon as we come down the hill, we see what? Zion.
Zion, right there.
You see the walls, you see it right there on the hill.
Yeah. That's
what the scripture
Zion.
says, a city upon a hill cannot be what? No, you can't hide it. You see, and then the other amazing thing. Now this is geographical. This is, I mean, we got archaeological and we got geographical information that's lining up.
Yeah, yeah.
You see, and then when you look down this hill, you see a descent. That's a hill here.
Yeah.
And then you see another plateau.
Right, there's a plateau.
Yeah.
And there we go, the whole plateau.
Yeah. All around.
Right there.
You see where the city of Arad is at. You hear me? Which is Mount Olive.
Yeah.
Mount of Olive.
You see. And then over here, because it's the mount, there's a valley that's different, which is supposed to be, you follow me, Mount Moriah.
Yeah.
Which is here, which is on the other side. Because when you went by that road, when you came up the road, there's a reason why I had you come that way. Because you came up that and came into Arad, you was passing in between two ridges. And if you would have looked up, you would have saw this, but you didn't know what you were looking for.
Right.
Just like you went by there, you saw those ruins there? You see all these people driving by? They don't know, they just keep driving. If you want to see, the beautiful thing about here, if you want to hide something from somebody, just put it right along the road. Right along the highway.
In a pure state. In good state. Pure state.
Right, they're going to keep on, they're going to kick it, they're going to keep on. So this map here, you know, like I say, it coming over this hill, seeing these three things, and I said, wow, unbelievable. You hear me? So the Jerusalem is surrounded by mountains. Then I start to see the hills line up, the valleys line up, the valley of Kittrick lining up. You feel it?
Yeah. So the crucifixion was here.
Right here. Unbelievable.
That's the crucifixion site in front of
Go
me.
right through the crucifixion.
Yeah, so we just where that truck is passing
And
us.
the thing about it,
Just
that
there's a
then when we
crucifixion
go
site.
over, to the grave area. He was crucified here, and then he was buried there.
Okay.
And we're going to show you all the graves.
Okay.
Unbelievable, man. It's just, do you see? I'm showing you this, but it's still, I'm here, and I still don't believe it. So that's why when people say to me, you got to come here, and in the more time that this brother been here, he's been driving around.
Just driving around, to and from location, only to validate the truth.
And I didn't show you the first time Bethlehem. You didn't go there. You didn't see the well, did you?
We didn't get to see Bethlehem or the well.
You see me, but you saw the graves of the kings.
We went to the graves of the kings.
Right.
And then we talked about, like how Rabbi Asher was saying, is that this is the major thoroughfare. He must have been hung or crucified right in the area. Why? Because it says they walked by him and they hurled insults at him. And they put the sign where all the people would see, and they put it in 3 languages.
The main road.
Yeah,
so this is still the main road.
Right.
Still the same main road.
The
3 different languages, the Hebrew, the Roman, the Arabic. There it was.
You see, for everyone can see as they pass by. You see, so it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
You know, and so this is happening. And like I said, so I didn't have time, so there's so much going on here. And the brother's been here. I didn't get a chance to show him Bethlehem.
We barely had time to sleep.
You see, so it's so much. And he haven't walked through this valley yet, which is the other. See, everybody that come up here is so much information. I haven't been able to show them everything because it's so much.
Yeah.
And you got to spend time here, you know, just to take it all in.
Yeah.
So when you was telling me about doing a video thing, 2 or 3 days, it's gonna take a whole week. You follow me? To cover everything. You follow me? You know, we've been there to try to do a reels to cover all the information, to have everything documented. You see, and I'm not talking about these little bitty cameras either. I'm talking about a real film crew.
These little bitty cameras are very powerful.
Well, see, what I'm trying to say is right now, you guys are just documenting things. But at some point in time, we got to do a real movie on this thing. We got to do a full movie, a full presentation, professional, to show this thing for what it is.
Right.
So many people are so
But that time will come too.
It's coming. It's coming. It's the beginning.
House used to have his own TV show.
So that you see right here, you see now the amazing thing about this, and as we get closer to this, all the maps. You see the way the hill structure here is set up.
Yeah.
We're going to show you that same setup because the walls of Jerusalem, all walls are like a footprint, or like a fingerprint, because all slopes are different. You see, Josephus described when you see the walls, he's going to say that the walls was like a horseshoe.
Right.
The archaeologists, when they found it, they said the wall was like the shape of a moon.
Right.
The same. So when we get there now, but right now you're looking at it from a distance.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you all these other maps when we get there, and you're going to see the whole setup. So now let's.
We are just showing you the real Bethlehem down in Tel Avad. Okay. And what is this one?
Ruin. That's ruin.
Yeah, that's a shard, pottery shard. As you can see, pottery shard. I shall keep this as a souvenir.
Let's wait till the rest of the people talk before we get here, huh?
Right. What is that? Is that the well?
This is the well. You remember David?
Yes.
Desired water from this well?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the brothers came in here to get him drink.
Yes.
I mean, this is incredible.
Yeah, it is.
It's unbelievable, brother. It's unbelievable. And the more I be here and I keep showing, it just remains astonishing. Because, look, nobody's here.
This is the well that King David sent his men to collect the water from. And that's now we are very close to Bethlehem.
Well, see, this is it. We're in Bethlehem.
We're in Bethlehem now. These surrounding hills, are they all part of Bethlehem? These
See, no. Bethlehem, it's two interpretations that they try to give you. One means house of bread,
yeah,
and another one means fort,
right,
house of fight.
right.
You get what I'm saying? So what's happening? This was a fort, you hear me?
Okay.
That was put here to secure the enemy from coming from this hill.
Okay.
You see, this was a strategic landmass
Right.
that anybody that came down to here,
Right.
this fort was the way to keep the enemies. The Philistines,
Right.
they came down. You follow me?
Yeah.
And David had to take this.
Right.
See, David came down that road originally.
Right.
He came down that road originally
Right.
from Hebron,
Right.
and because he desired to take Zion.
Right.
So he went straight to Zion from here,
Yeah.
passed by here.
Uh-huh.
You understand? Went straight to Zion, and he took that, the castle.
Okay.
And he came back, and he had his people what? Take this, and they desired the water.
Right.
You feeling me?
Yeah.
So those are told. So right here, this was the fort that got that way going up.
Right.
So the important thing to understand here is that path will remain the major highway
Right.
into Zion,
Do
or
you know-
into Jerusalem.
Do you know where about Beit Sahor is, or where was the place where the Messiah's birth took place?
Well, see, that's I'm saying to you, you're in the area right now.
Right. Okay.
Because see, he came down that road.
Right.
You follow me? From the north.
Okay.
See, this is the main road that everybody comes down from the north to enter into this valley.
Okay.
You see, and the main road, you got two roads. You got the road that you took,
Yes.
and you got the road going through Hebron.
Okay. Okay.
You follow me?
Yeah.
So when he came down, he came down two times. He came down first time with his parents down through this road.
Okay.
It's a whole phrase.
Right.
You take the high road,
Yeah.
I'll take the low road.
Right.
And I'll be in Zion before you.
Right.
Yeah. So what's happening? That's the high road.
Okay.
And when you came here, you took the low road.
Yeah.
So his disciples, when they came up through Jericho and over to Mount Olive, they took the low
Low
road.
road, right.
When his parents came up through Hebron,
Yeah.
they took the high road.
Okay.
And this is the only road
Right.
that you can take coming down this path.
Okay.
And this is an ancient fortress. Now, what we're going to show you when you pass here, we're going to show you the ancient fortress, and we're going to show you the modern military fortress as we pass by it.
Okay.
You follow me? So military strategy don't what?
Change.
You see, so the same. So that's why they have that modern fort, the same place that the ancient fort was to secure this path here.
Okay.
And I think the brother can bear witness, being here, that the police don't go past. Most of the police here are afraid to go past
Right.
that fort there,
Right.
because when you step up into the mountains, then you get up into the area what they call the West Bank.
Right.
You see, and that's why I'm up there, because very few people want to even be up there.
Yeah.
You know, I'm from America. I pointed to where the borders is, say right there.
Right.
So what we're doing now, this is the well that David, the giant, to drink from,
Right.
and his family came in and took this.
Right.
Later on, when Jesus came down here, they stopped here.
Right.
You follow me? And this is the area here. Let's continue on over.
Okay.
So this is the border, part of the border of Benjamin?
This is Bethlehem of Judea.
That's Bethlehem, Judea.
You see, huh?
Yeah.
And this is the fort of, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Judea. It means house of fight.
Yeah.
House of fight.
House of fight. There's
Okay.
two ways you can interpret that word: is house of bread and house of fight. You hear me?
That's the
Right.
fortress.
But the Palestinians, they interpret it as house of meat.
Exactly. You see. You see. So it's a whole issue when you step on when you interpret it on a bread.
Yeah.
You use the two.
Right.
But the 3-letter meaning is fight. The 2-letter, when you break it down, is bread. You see, these are the pillars.
Right.
You see, and in this place, they used to do two things here. They used to marry, they used to celebrate the new moon festivals. Everywhere you see these pillars at is where they celebrated the new moon feast.
There's the pillars. There's one standing on pillars. There's the pillars.
You see?
Yeah, I see it.
Everywhere you see these pillars that they celebrated the new moon feast. You
Right.
see. And what happened from here is that it expanded. And David eventually, Absalom's grave was made there. David eventually conquered this, and he set the graves of the kings over in that area there.
Okay.
So this fort remained here, at first to guard the road, but then it remained here to guard the graves.
Right.
You see, the soldiers in here was making sure that nobody tampered with the graves of the king.
Right.
You see. So now when the Jesus and other people came here, they stopped here as a path for water, you see, and to rest before they went on to Zion.
Okay.
You see, so so if it was in the water here, this would be the water break.
Okay.
He has no connection. With
He just
anything
gave me
I'm saying.
$100. But
He works here. He works here. He has no connection.
What was the word you
I
repeated?
say it looks like a rod, yeah, definitely.
Looks like a rod.
Like, tell her why. You know what I'm saying? He has no
I
connection
want
with
this
this thing.
picture.
Pardon me?
But
No, that's a rod. That's his picture's a rod. You know
it's a
what I'm
rod
saying?
in
That's a
it's like
rod.
Jerusalem.
That's a rod.
Yeah.
That's a rod. Look at that look like the woman you look at every day. With the heels, the walls, everything. Huh? You see? No, let me get brother, this is a picture of what they say Zion.
Yeah.
It's actually ancient Jerusalem.
But the big city of Arad, it's
It's further south, the bigger rod.
It's before Jerusalem.
Exactly,
Yeah.
I know. The actual rod is
Far
further
before
south.
Jerusalem.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? This is not it.
Yeah, but when you took him here and you built a city on it, they all look the same.
Yeah, it's all the
In the
same.
end, you put
The heel at the top and at the bottom. But the unique thing about here is that there's a Kodesh Kodeshim.
Yes.
And it,
How many
you
are
see,
you?
so
We are 8 in
Eight of
total,
us?
excluding Amaria. 8, yeah.
yeah, excluding me, of course. You know.
I'm gonna take one of
Is
these.
it 8 of us?
It's 120.
Yeah, 8 in total.
Now see, this is how they try to compare it in reference to the actual Jerusalem. You see here? See, they say, see, this is the old city, and this is supposed to be.
Let me get that picture of yours in the iPad.
We're going to discuss this when we go back, but let's go back to
get it
this.
before.
This one here.
It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit.
See, so we're going to take you through these gates
Yeah.
where they were destroyed. You see, because right now, look at what we got here. See, this gate here is gone. It's destroyed.
Yeah, hold on some of
This
these.
gate here going up to the end of the wall, into the city wall, is destroyed.
Keep on for me.
You follow me? Yeah. So we got the hill here, and you got the turn of the gates and all the houses
Get the
there.
gentleman to give us some more.
You see, spiritual experiences. You see, so most people, when they consider,
How many wives and children?
okay, I have 4 wives,
And children?
and I have 12 sons
Okay.
and 8 daughters.
Okay. Baruch Hashem.
You see, I have 20 children
Great.
altogether.
Great.
I have 3 of them here that is actually born in the land.
Right, right.
You see, so I appreciate that, brother. I got a bag there in red. You have to put I got a bag. I need all the stuff I got there, but I can leave it here, so we can come now because I need to have. Because I was saving that till I got here. Because there's certain things now at Arad or at Zion that we got to be able to show that was found here.
Where's my timekeeper?
Yeah, the timekeeper. Okay, we're gonna be. This is gonna take. I need the timekeeper to let me know.
1425.
Okay, you got 20 because we need to be there for 3.
I know that.
Yeah.
So where we at now? How much time?
1425.
So this is gonna take 15 minutes. Let's
Okay.
give this 15 minutes and then we're gonna go up.
Okay.
Because when we go up, I'm thinking you want to get right to the prayer.
I am, yeah.
I'm thinking when you walk up there, and I'm not going to be showing you nothing.
Right.
Because I done showed you enough here. And as soon as you come up to Zion, you want to start praying. You follow me? Because you already know it. And then after the prayer, I'm going to go off into showing you other things.
Okay.
But your first, you know, it's like the first time you see your wife.
Yes.
You know, love at first sight. You know what I'm saying, huh? So that love is there. So when you first come up to Zion, and you know that's that first meeting. So that's why I try to give people all this inheritance. That's why I got to give people all this information before they come. Because then if you come up here, you know where you're coming to. You hear what I'm saying? You got an idea, then you know to immediately just fall down to your knees and start kissing the dirt and start putting dirt in you know what I'm saying? Because then if you go up here, if you come up here and you don't know where you're at, you don't know where you're walking in, then you just come over, where am I at?
Yeah, no humility, no humbleness. You know.
What's the place? And then when you get inside, holy, what did I just do? Where did I just come? You know, how did I do this? And then you're shocked. You see, so that's why I tried my best to give people the information before we get here, and then that way they can appreciate it. Now, when they came here and they found this site here, look what they found here, Rabbi.
Right.
They found the offering bowl of who?
Zadok.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah. I get it.
So now the people here try to say,
Okay, the offering bowl of Zadok.
the people here try to say that this is a rebellious house. This is what they try to make it a ride and say, okay, well, beautiful. You know, this place is a place that, you know, was a rebellious temple.
Okay.
And, you know, and this is why, you know, they have, you know, people come and, you know, and do this. They had all people sending offerings here all the way from Egypt.
Right.
They had offerings coming here from the king of Egypt.
Okay.
They were sending offerings to this place,
Right.
documented evidence from the king of Egypt.
Right.
Wow. Why is the king of Egypt sending offerings here if it ain't nothing?
Right. Right.
This is proof. You feeling me? We got the high priest bowl Zadok that's absolutely proved. Now what I'm showing you now is archaeological evidence. You hear what I'm saying, huh? This is evidence. This is more information about the priest. This is all this goes offering the offering bowls. You know what I'm saying? And the significance of everything that the priest. This is the half. You see, all these are actual proof. Let me try to see all this stuff here.
Yeah.
Was found at Tel Aviv.
Right.
And let me make a statement to you. The stuff they found here is more artifacts than they have found in any other site in all the land of Israel.
Okay.
Now, if you go to Washington, D.C., you hear me? The capital, because Jerusalem is supposed to be the capital, right? So you would think that you would find more documentation, more paperwork there than anywhere else.
Right.
They have found more ancient Hebrew writings here than anywhere else in all of Israel.
You gotta keep that thing quiet.
You follow me? Yeah. Well, they have kept it quiet. But you know, you can't keep nothing from a brother from Chicago. We gotta tell it all. A brother from Chicago get this deep and we ain't letting nothing go. We gotta tell the world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They ain't tried to stop us. You get the point. But can you stop the truth?
No way.
You see, so that's why. So right now, we put it out to you guys, these videos, and you're gonna take it to the four corners of the earth. You see, and I see my Ephraim brothers here. You follow me, huh? And my Judah brothers here. You and my Ephraim sisters, all yours are huh?
10 minutes.
Was that 10 minutes? You see, so we had this. So these are the actual artifacts. And to go over everything, we have a couple of more artifacts that actually said Bet Yehovah, and I'm trying to put. There's more than 2 artifacts here that says House of Yahweh. You feeling me?
Right.
And so this is everything.
House of Zadok's present.
Right. So this is everything that actually show that that this is the place. I'm trying to just flip through the pages here and see if I can find something up. But okay, there we go. Sister, we got 10 minutes, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so is there anything else I got to show you? No, I don't. Okay, that's the best. We're going to sit down and go through sheet by sheet of this. And you should love this, Rabbi, because you actually read ancient Hebrew. You follow me? Or Old Hebrew.
All right.
And you guys too. So to see the writing, you follow me? To see the actual,
Just a second.
It's amazing.
you see. So now how could you deny a place where you have the offering bowl of
You
Zadok,
can't deny it. You can't deny it.
along with Eliphaz, which was the last son of Zadok,
Yeah.
to be here?
Right.
You see, which is what that's what I need to. That's what I need to show you. All these artifacts. You see what I'm saying? And most of these artifacts was given to Eliphaz. I got to show you that. That's the thing, huh?
That's it. That's history.
That's history.
That is documented history.
Documented. Rabbi Mariel, where are they keeping these artifacts now?
You see what it says here? Son of who?
Son of Eliashib.
You see.
Yeah.
You see, which was the last high priest. You follow me? During the time. You know what I'm saying? That was it. All this here. We have him in the scriptures.
Right.
You see, and look, and then, okay. This is Old Hebrew. To who?
Let's see.
I'm not going to throw you there, huh?
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Let's flip it over. I got the translation here. To who?
Eliashib is right there. Yeah.
You follow me?
Yeah.
So all the offerings that you're going to see when you go up there, you're going to see a lot of those offering bowls.
Yeah.
You had the kings of Egypt. You had I got where the Gomorrah was sending offerings here. I got where the Jewish was sending offerings here. Mention the Jews. And they was bringing offerings here.
Yeah.
I got out of fact where the Edomites were sending offerings here.
Right.
You hear me? So you had it talks about the people in the mountains sending offerings here. I got all that, and you can see all of this on my Facebook page.
Right.
Where I point each artifact out. I have a translation there, and I let you know step by step how miraculous it was that the whole world was sending offerings past Jerusalem over the place to here.
Okay.
You feeling me?
Yeah.
So there we go. So let's get up in the mountain now, and we're gonna. Okay, let's do the mountain. And I got to show you this one thing here. Pull this one thing out on the way up, and then we all set. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Right there. There you go. Lawyer. Yeah. This is okay.
Spin it around.
You see, hold that for me, Rabbi. Let me pull out something else here.
I've got it. It's fine. Let's get that big fortress that you see in front of you.
I think there is this.
That's the tabernacle of King David. This is the stream of Gihon.
They've been reading the
That
scriptures.
was
They read all the scriptures and
outside
scholars. They put all this
City of
stuff
David.
together, right?
Right.
On how the source of the Guyana, or the pool of the Guyana spring, is supposed to be outside of the walls before Mello.
That's right. Yes, Tower of Milo over there, up
and
there.
you see Mello right there.
Right.
And you see, when you take the straight shot, it leads you right here.
Right.
You see. So let's jump back in now.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get you up to Mello.
This is a plaza of Arad in not too far from south of Israel. You can see some Israelite brothers and sisters here.
Oh, he did drive.
There's a Dimona community here as well. From Ben Ami, they live. Their members live over here as well. I just met their priest, Gadadia, Kohen Gadadia here. So he's invited us to go to Dimona for a visit. Okay.
Of course, we look like tourists carrying cameras around. Oh, is it maybe over that place there?
Mario is coming up. Okay, shalom, shalom. So Rabbi Simon Altaf. This flat that you see here, this apartment building, on my left, this one, and the one opposite, this one here that you're seeing in front of the camera, and that is the building where the first Israelites came into Israel. This is a building where the brothers and sisters live today. So this is also the place where Rabbi Amariel lives as well. So he's introducing us to the brothers and sisters here in the city of Arad. The city of Arad. So it's the first time I've come over here. Well, I passed through here before, but I've not stopped in. So it's my first stop in the city. And we've got both houses here. Ephraim, Yehuda. Come to visit and pay homage to the Most High. So you're with Rabbi Simon of African Israel. I would show you more as I see, so we'll wait and see.
When you go into this community right here,
Yes,
you're going to see the first
Daniel.
offspring of the people that came here 40 years ago.
right, right,
And they're now in their 20s.
right, grown up. So they must have been kids when they came.
Just kids. Some of them were born here, and now their kids are just born here. So this will be the second group born
okay.
in the land, or the children.
Okay,
And Rabbi Amariel was one of the first in the community as elders to recommend that the children join the military and marry the women within here,
right.
for that they can establish themselves as part of the community.
There's Rabbi Amariel there, yeah. Yeah, that's good.
And he's been one that's kind of been on the forefront, leading them to integrate,
Yeah,
to establish themselves,
Right.
to show themselves approved,
right.
you know, by walking.
Okay, Rabbi Moriel, do you want to go ahead and explain?
Yeah, right here, this is the first facility that our people moved in when they came to Arad.
Right.
Prince Keskiyahu, if I can introduce you to him,
Yeah.
he's the first individual from our people. Well, tomorrow when you come by, you go by to meet him.
Okay.
He's the first individual for our people that actually came to Israel.
Okay.
You see, and he impressed the Jewish people so much here. He was the first black man actually in Israel, because again, we were not, there was no black people here. So let me introduce you to the representative here
Okay.
of the Mona in Arad. He's sitting right here. He's one of the priests,
Okay.
in the community. Actually, he's like one of the head priests. And yes, that's him sitting right there. Like I said, the whole facility here is basically our people. We have Ethiopians, Eritreans, you see Sudanese. Hold it. This is the area for the downtown area. So we're going to pass by.
Okay.
My house here.
Okay.
But this is the area of the piece here.
So as you can see here, there's some brethren here from Israelite community, and we have a priest from the Dimona community.
Hey, what's up, we got some business here from all over the world. We got business here from all over the world here. So this is the official priest of the community here.
Okay.
You follow me?
Good day, good day.
How we doing?
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Much shalom, Kenny.
And he's not just a big brother, he's a big brother too.
Yeah.
In the
Give me
community.
your hand too. I see you back there.
Yeah, so please they videotape this. Why don't you give the brother some testimony?
No, I can't do that right now.
Okay, the
I'm on the
kingdom?
phone.
Okay,
I'm on the phone.
okay,
Can't
okay.
business right now. I just want to stop session on.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
to stop with that.
So how y'all be doing? So how long you all gonna be here?
We're gonna be here. We're gonna be here today sometime, and then tomorrow we'll
I
come
just
back.
gave them a tour of Tel Aviv. You follow me? The actual Mount Zion there. You follow me?
So where they from? Where you all from?
San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio. And you from where?
India.
India. And you from where?
United Kingdom.
United Kingdom. You from?
Originally from the Virgin Islands, but
Okay. And you from where?
United States.
United States. Okay. And I'm from Dimona. Okay. Okay. Now that you're here, my advice is to you to take a trip to Dimona. Ain't no sense to come all the way to Israel and don't go to Dimona and see your people.
Exactly.
You know, because you don't do that, what you here for?
Exactly.
Shalom, shalom. As you've seen, we've just presented you some evidence over here with Rabbi Amariel Hoshua, where we looked at the artifacts, looked at the evidence, and now we're going to go and do our homage, and also we're going to go and acknowledge the offenses of Kol Yisrael, all the house of Israel, wherever they are in the diaspora, in the exiles. so that the Most High Yudhevah can forgive us for our transgressions and can restore our people back to the land. And obviously this is a process. This is going to take some time to occur and come together. But we have to do our bit, and our bit is first the teshuvah, the repentance, and the acknowledgement of the offenses, and the right ruling judgment of the Most High. Once we've done that, then we're in a position to receive the restoration as well. So stay with us, Rabbi Simon Altaf, in Israel, Tel Arad. Shalom, shalom.